Good evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're having a brilliant week so far. It is getting cool here. There was potential for snow in a couple of weeks, but it looks like the weather network has decided to change their mind. Fall is coming. I have my winter tires on. 'Tis the season. Hallelujah. At least it's cooler out, so that's nice. The leaves are changing. It's rather wet this time of year here in Terrace, British Columbia, but a beautiful place. Absolutely. It is October the 16th, 2024. Thank you so much for your time. It is greatly appreciated. If you are watching this on YouTube later, thank you so much for taking the time to do so. Please consider giving it a like and subscribe. It really does help. Otherwise, yeah, thanks. If you have any questions or comments about what we're doing or the future of the campaign series or anything like that, you can ask them down below in the comments or in the description. There's also a link to a Discord. I am there pretty much 24/7, so if you did have things that you wanted to talk about that you didn't want to wait, you can join there and we can have a chat. It's all good. So yeah, what's going on? I've been focusing my efforts on building the weapons files and the assigning graphics for all of these units. So as you can see, I'm going through and finding proper graphics and then going to assign them to the various nations as I need them, as well as assigning weapon values appropriately for the various things. So you'll notice, just because it's here, there are three variations in some cases of these larger missiles. For example, the Scud has a high explosive version, it has a chemical version, and this particular one has two different yields of tactical nukes. Now, these tactical nukes and the chemicals, they haven't been programmed into the game yet, but we are hoping to do that for Cold War at least. Maybe not for Middle East, not anytime soon anyways, but at least for Cold War, because tactical nukes were pretty much the norm in the 50s and 60s, the plans for sure. So yeah, anyway, here's an example of the attack values for those nukes on a hex, these are huge values, absolutely huge values. Again, I don't know how it's going to play out within, depending on the explosive power of these various weapons. You will see that they will change, the dynamic plus the range. For example, with the B-52 bombers, they have a hit pattern of a hex, as in here. For example, here, this would be a good example. If they targeted this hex here, hey, John, hey, infantryman, good to see you, I hope you're doing well. I'm showing the progress that I'm making on the following nations. A rebuilt Iraq, a brand new Iran. Those will be included in the Middle East update in January. I'm working on Korea, which will be included in the Vietnam update in January. And then 3 new nations for the new game Cold War. I'm working on the Soviets, I'm working on the Poles, and I'm working on the Czechs. Those will be the basic Warsaw Pact nations that will be included as a starting point, probably with East and West Germany. I just haven't built them yet, but that's the plan so far anyways. The main key is to get these nations all done, and what's going on here is, let me show you. Here I'm assigning the various graphics to, like, for example, this is Czechoslovakia, this is the Soviets, this is Korea, this is Poland, this is the new Iraqis, and then here's Iran. So it's important for me to go through all these things and add, make sure that the weapon is proper. If it's a new unit, and these Type 59 and Type 69 for Iraq, they are new in this order of battle. So I've had to assign some and assign weapon values, and I'm doing that basically for everything. And so far, lately, I've been doing this for about a week now, and I'm still in the vehicles. I have all the armored vehicles mostly done. Now I just have to focus on the artillery, all the wheeled vehicles. There's a whole, yeah, it's a big list. This will probably take me until the end of November to get all this done, because it's a whack load of stuff to do. Hey, Natkinway, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, otherwise, it's going. So, again, I'll continue showing what I've been doing every time I have a session, just so you can see what's going on. Petri has also been doing some work, but I'm going to wait until Sunday session to go over the new stuff that he's been going on. Woohoo! Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Natkinway. I appreciate that. Yeah, lots of things going on. He's really working hard on developing a more automated tool for making Lua files for the scenarios, which means hopefully our plan is to have a skeleton Lua file for all of our scenarios, especially for Middle East, because right now they don't have them at all, to make things a little more interesting and to make the game more enjoyable playing it. And then I can easily go in afterwards and add some interesting events or something like that, just to keep things fresh. It'd be way easier to do that, as well as include maybe a couple of TET scenarios that I've been playtesting, the ones that I see that they don't need a lot of finessing, so maybe an automated Lua file will help with that. Yeah, so there's lots going on every day. Everyone's working on this every day. It never ends. And basically, right now, this is one of my few breaks that I get to do, is actually play the game, which is kind of fun. Now, if I remember correctly, we were doing rather well in this scenario, except down here. Everywhere else we're doing okay, I think. Do we have all the 3D BMPs and bits for Iran? No, we don't. And we don't have them for North Korea either. Or Iraq. There are some that I have to make. There are a lot of new units in Iraq, so they're probably about 75% complete, and there's graphics that I need to make for them for sure. North Korea, we have the stuff that's available for the war, but otherwise, no, there's a whole bunch of stuff again that I have to build in order for North Korea to be finished. And Iran, we have a lot for Iran in the sense, basically we're good all the way up until about 1982. And then after 1982, there's some equipment there that came from elsewhere that I don't have graphics for quite yet, but not a lot. So most of Iran is good, or will be good. They also captured a lot of Iraqi stuff, so some of that Iraqi stuff I don't have, which means I have to build for both Iraq and Iran, obviously. And then the Soviets and Czechs and Polish, there is quite a bit of stuff. There is probably, I would say, 30% or so of stuff that I need to make graphically. Now, on the bright side, I've done this before. I know how to do it. And it's just one of those time-consuming things. I will, in this first go, in the alpha stage, just have a temporary graphic in there for now. And I'm making note of that. For example, here, I'll show you. Not that. Let's see. Like, for example, these Dana self-propelled guns, I don't have graphics for that. And I've just incorporated a temporary graphic for that. Now here it says the 3DXS, the no shadow version, is not there, but this is a script that can be auto-generated. That's no problem. But I have incorporated a weapon file for it, so that's good. But yeah, so there's quite a few of these temp things that I have had to use because I haven't been able to find graphics for whatever that particular unit is. Otherwise, if they say okay, no, okay, then it's pretty much done. Then all I have to do is run the script to make the no shadow versions, and we're good to go. But there is a list of things that I need to build, and that'll be significantly more accurate once I start going into the soft skin vehicles. For example, there's a bunch of specialized Czech trucks, for example, or Polish trucks that nobody's done, so... But I have bases where I can start from and then rebuild them, blah, blah, blah. So there's things that I need to do, which will involve making new graphics, because I don't have anything else that I need to do, right? Yay! Okay, what are we doing? I think what we're going to do is try... Oh, that is just beautiful. There's a headquarters. You're welcome, John. Ah, crap, we're in the dark and we still got hit. Now, I know there's a missile launcher somewhere over here, so I don't want to send my armored vehicles up there, so I guess we'll have to wait for next turn to start advancing. These guys, they're fixed. Those are fixed as well. Oh, here we're doing okay. So I use the stylized bases. If you want to change that, you can easily do so by going to the 3D unit bases. You can use the standard version, or you can use the alternate version, which just gives them a little more, you know, silhouette kind of a thing. But then I like the insignia. I think they look really classy. These were done by Gary many moons ago. Unfortunately, he has passed away. But yeah, great effort on these things. Absolutely. Alright, so we're done up here. I think we're done in the middle now. We just have the south. Oh, that's the other middle. But yes, that's all we can do there. And then deep in the south. There is a missile. There it is. And there's bad guys. Let's go chase them. It's only one strength point. We can hopefully overrun that. Just like magic. Oh, machine gun. So that fired. Let's pull down some M113s. No joy. I wonder if that is a trench or something. Ah, crap. Oh, we did reduce it. Let's move these machine guns a little bit closer. Oh, what the... Alright, there's that. And I think we had engineers coming. Oh, yeah, there they are. When you think about mechanized or motorized warfare through decades, there's a bunch, and I mean a bunch of vehicles across the nations ever involved. Well, that's the thing, right? The evolution of the vehicles from after World War II until mid-80s, where we go, there was so many different generations of vehicles, plus there was different generations of organizations, how they were used in the field. You know, their offensive capabilities, the type of weapons they had, the type of systems that they had to defeat weapons, etc., etc. All these things have to be factored in, right? So one thing that I had to do, for example, was for the Soviets, some of their tanks, in particular the T-64 and the T-80, they could also fire missiles. So what I decided to do is I decided to create two versions of these tanks. So one would be one that fires missiles, and then, or one that would typically fire missiles, and then the other one would be no missiles left, kind of a thing. I can't do one or the other, or I can't do both in one tank. It has to be one or the other. So depending on the situation of what's going on, in the future, I might go back and modify some of the companies where you have, say, one of your platoons that can fire missiles. The rest of them are just going to be gun tanks, right? Because missiles were finite. There was only so many of them. You had more luck to get resupplied with regular shells than you would missiles, logically, in the event of a war. That would be one of the cases of, all your fancy toys are being expended first, trying to do as much damage as you can, and then you have to work with the quote-unquote conventional type stuff. So, I think it would be interesting for me to take a look at the organizations after, and maybe incorporate a battalion that has strictly gun tanks, or a battalion that has a mix, or a battalion that has just missile tanks or whatever. Right now, I think for me to build those order of battles, I think I just use the missile tanks as a starting point just to get going. So, there will be things that I need to adjust as we start, getting into the thick of things. I also finished my main task of updating all the heavy weapons for all the nations, for both Middle East, Cold War, and Vietnam, where some of the light machine guns and stuff like that, they should be able to keep up with the infantry, and now for every nation that is the case. I also took the time to make sure that A-class and B-class and C-class units are better represented. I also took the time to modify some of the attack and defensive values for certain, not all nations, but a good chunk of them. They all got a little bit of a tweak. In some cases, I had missed it to begin with, so it was good for me to go and review literally every single infantry platoon to make sure that it made sense. Of course, the special forces type units, they are the quote-unquote best ones. Those are the ones that you're going to be using for, behind-the-scenes stuff and whatever. Your A-class infantry, they are going to be better. If they're armed with machine guns, for example, like here, these, they can fire 3 times and still have a little bit of wiggle room for maneuvering. I did notice a few bugs last session. One bug was how Fords are treated, and I don't think that it's right at the moment. So that's one thing that's going to be looked at come November. Petri said he was going to look at, how those are calculated. And the other thing that I noticed was that I could land all my helicopters in one hex, and that's clearly not right. So there is going to be some modifications to how many helicopters can land in a landing zone. So you'll have to keep that in mind in the future. You're going to have to, understand how that works. Now, that being said, once he gets to that point where he's tweaking it and has figured out to do it, I will ask Petri that, if it's possible, if the helicopters are landing at an airfield, is it possible to have a few more helicopters than you normally would, or something? I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Or less helicopters in the field. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. It's a living game. I think I've mentioned that many times before. So you can expect things to improve. Hopefully, we're aiming to improve things, not just fix things because they need to be fixed. But if you guys have any suggestions or things like that, if you're playing the game and you want to see something different, let us know. That's the only way we're going to be able to make this a better game, for sure. If you take a look at the technology in general, there was 860 years between the advent of guns and the Battle of Gettysburg, 161 between Gettysburg and today. The world is growing up fast in military technology. Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely indeed. Okay, I think we're pretty much done. Do we have any guns? Oh, I do. Oh, look at that. There we go. Okay. We are done. Playing Middle East. Hey, Joseph. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. What are you playing? I'm playing Middle East right now, yeah. This, fair warning, this is the 1.4 beta version. But it doesn't incorporate all of the changes that I have been working on at the moment for these. Once they are, I will show you the type of platoons and stuff that I've been working on, just to make things a little bit simpler. But yes, all is good in the hood. That was a good miss. That was a good miss. So, I'm not playing anything, watching the baseball. Oh, yeah, nice. My opponent in my East Front game, the black whatever it is, black and red, the black and red scenario, whatever that's called. Anyways, he had surrendered. So I'm going to start it up and play it from the German side and see how that goes. Apparently on the Blitz, it is pro-allied, so I'm curious to see how bad it is and how that goes. So I'm going to start that up probably this coming weekend, if not sooner. Let's see how that goes. My objective Kharkov, I'm getting my rear end handed to me. It's brutal. Black arrows and red guards. Thanks for that. I keep on forgetting the name. Yeah, objective Kharkov, I'm getting slaughtered. Totally. It is an interesting defensive fight, but we're getting to the point where there's not much else I can really do to stop the carnage. My Hell's Highway scenario against Michael, I've had to retreat from Arnhem. I just can't hang on to it. He's got so much stuff, and there's nothing that I can do right now to stop it. My reinforcements are still a good 8+ turns away, and they're landing in the wrong spot, which is so annoying. On the bright side, elements of the 30th Corps have reached Nijmegen, and we're going to start pushing north, which is a good thing because I have spotted 2 companies of Panzer Grenadiers in half-tracks, probably about 8 kilometers away from Nijmegen. So we need to stop that before they get any closer. We have 0 out of 2 units that have recovered morale. We have 3 headquarters unable to provide supply, 1 artillery unavailable, 4 units low on ammo, and we did clear a minefield. That's nice. I also have 2 Vietnam scenarios that are being played by email. One is a tournament scenario versus the Chinese. Now, I did modify the Chinese values, and that will be available in 1.4, which will make them a little bit better than what they are now, especially for later war stuff. They're not awesome by any means. They're not like Americans or Koreans or anything like that, but they're better than what they were. That give them just a little bit of longevity, especially in the defensive part, because, you know, maybe they can't attack the best, but they can defend well. The other one I have going is Forest of Assassins against Kevin, and he's a sneaky little bugger, that guy. Holy, my poor Arvin. I'm learning how to use Arvin. I don't play a lot of Arvin, so it's always fun to relearn the tactics again. Especially when the Arvin ones generally suck. Jenner Harzer and Field Marshal Beatrix. Dream come true at Arnhem. Yeah, no kidding. Seriously. It is such a horrible fight. I've lost so many troops there. I'll be honest, I did that whole battle wrong. That northern part, I did completely wrong. I should have done something significantly different than what I did. The biggest issue that I have with the Arvin is that their morale is low and their assault values are low. So it really takes a lot. You need to have a lot of firepower. For example, for the best results, you want to keep your mortars, you want to keep your machine guns, you want to keep your artillery, everything as close as you can, and keeping your companies close together. Where the Americans, you don't really need to do that because your firepower is really good, your defense is really good, and your assaulting is really good. Plus, usually your morale is okay. But the Arvin, especially the regular line infantry, oh man, they leave a lot to be desired. Let's assault up this hill. Oh, that was beautiful. Let's assault up this hill. There we go. We've now secured all this. So this is loaded. You can assault with these loaded, and I believe it uses half the assault value of this on top of whatever the assault value of this vehicle is. So this assaults at a 2, but if I add the 4, it's going to assault at a 6. So we might even get lucky and overrun this. Let's see. No, but we did make a runaway, and that's okay. Ah, crap. Oh my goodness, you're totally right, John. When they are good, they are good. Like some of them, the Marines, some of the Rangers are really good. The Airborne, they're not too bad. But if you happen to get, you know, some C-class, some C-class Arvin, oh man, they suck so bad. So bad. These engineers, they're disrupted, so they're not going to clear that, but we did move these engineers into there to clear these minefields, so we'll bring the vehicles down. This is an escarpment, I think. Let's just double check the map. Yeah, ES means escarpment, which means I can't drive across that. I can move with infantry, but I can't drive across it. So I have to come down to this road where this minefield is. As a general rule, especially with the mechanized, these are 81mm mortar APCs. If they're low on ammo like that, it's a good time to move them, because it's going to take another turn for them to be able to fire anyways. So, and the way that at this point the artillery works, you'll notice that it drops off drastically as there's range. So you want to keep everything closer. This is 16. You're hitting at a, I'm going to guess a 6, somewhere in there at 16. But at, 2, you're hitting at a full 16 between. So, obviously, the higher the value is for soft attack, the more effective your artillery is going to be. So, I always make a point of, it's low on ammo, I'm bringing it closer. In this situation, we're pretty much overrunning this. So, I don't really need to bombard anything at the moment, which is kind of nice. Makes my life a little bit easier. so I can move them freely. Okay, we did draw some fire. Let's get a little bit closer. Oh, frickin' took a loss. Crap. Yes, I think it's very important to do that. Okay, those guys, we can't do anything. Here we have more reconnaissance units. Let's advance. Now they should be isolated. Yeah. These two units here should be isolated, which means that since they're firing, they're going to have a hard time regaining ammo, which means they're going to be conserving ammo, which also means their fire strength is going to be reduced to 70%, which makes them still effective, but less so than if they were 100. Mind you, we also killed their headquarters, so it's even less likely for them to bother us, which is good. Alright, and then these guys back here, once this mine is cleared, we can go in there and take that out. Now, I should actually be able to advance into this. I don't think they're going to assault me. I can't tell if they're disrupted or not. I don't think they are. Alright, let's go south. They're not happy. Ah, my blocks. That's annoying. So it is nighttime, which makes it much more difficult to spot something. Oh, we got him. So drawing fire, and then I'm going to advance. Going to advance right to the point. And then we're going to bring up these two platoons with the leader down the road and fire at this guy here to try and secure our flank. Oh, score! Can I occupy that? No, I can't. But we can fire with our machine guns across the water. Yeah, playing a lot of the World War II stuff is really getting me back into wanting to build a bunch of World War II stuff. But on the other hand of that, I will be excited to be able to build the Cold War stuff too, because that's just literally my imagination. Trying keeping it realistic, but still it's just my imagination, right? And what I'm going to do with that will be fun and exciting to try and figure out. The whole Golan engagement in the 1973 October War. Do you think that would be a good candidate for a weekend scenario? Ah, yeah, absolutely it would. Totally it would. That would be a brilliant candidate. And you could even do the 67 war in the Sinai. Because that was over in what, 3 days? 4 days? 4 days? I think it was 4 days that it was done in the Sinai. But the problem with that, though, is that it's a massive map. So you'd have to... I mean, you'd have the day-night turns, and I'd probably just leave it as a week. You have a week to get to the canal. I think that's probably what I would do. I mean, you could even do the same thing for the 56, but I don't remember how long it took in 56 to get across. Because that was their goal there, too, is to get towards the canal to clear the Sinai of the Egyptians, right? While Egypt was having diplomatic issues with France and Britain at Port Said due to the canal. Okay, here in the south we're okay. I'm going to move these guys up. Now we did have our engineers. Here they are. That's done, that's done. We have these lovely M150s, which basically have toes on them. Which stands for, if I remember correctly, tube optical wire guided, I think. Hey, Ali, good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. And a great night. Positive vibes. Okay, so this is a mess. I know there's missiles down here. Let's come down with our infantry. Ah, block. Crap. Suez Canal is too damn important then and now for world commerce. Yeah, you're absolutely right, John. Oh, frickin' minefield? Really? Oh, we lost a machine gun. Gosh darn it. Do I have any mortars? Oh, we do have a leader, but I don't think he's good for anything now. Nope. Just these. Yeah, got a leader. Alright, and here... Oh, they counterattacked, the buggers. Let's advance. Get shot at. Oh, let's try our luck. Ah, nope, can't do it. Gosh darn it. Oh, we reduced that by 2, but we got disrupted doing it. That's not good. Ah, no! Misclicked. But we got lucky. We didn't trigger the mines. Okay, I'm going to try to assault that. Oh, that was good. headquarters. Nice. Got the headquarters. Ah, perfect. So let's advance down the road here with our engineers. Oh, roadblock. It's like they knew I was coming this way. That's not very cool. Okay, that's it. I think we're good. Making some excellent progress. There's another gun somewhere. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Let's bombard that. Makes me sad we have all these German engineer vehicles, but we can't use them. Oh, we have a M163, so that's a Vulcan cannon on top of that M113. That's awesome. Oh, we have more tanks too. Okay, that's it. Bada boom. Bananas are the best. Banana! By the way, the Blitz World at War Redux tournament kicked off 3 days ago. Oh, yeah, that's right. How many games are going? I'll be curious. I'll be watching that to see how the results come in and out. That'll be awesome. 12, I think. Wow, really? That's brilliant. That's a really good turnout, because it's been a while since there was a last tournament there, right? At the Blitz. If you're looking for opponents, you want to go to theblitz.club. It is a very awesome, probably one of the older wargame clubs out there for PC games. They play a lot of different games, including the campaign series, but also many of the WDS games, for example, plus Combat Mission, plus all the other ones. So if you're looking for players, that's the place to do it, definitely. Hey, Tim, good to see you. How are you doing today? Play by email, Joseph. If you like playing against humans, that's the place to find it. It's, I'll type, https blitz.club. That's the link, I think. There are some powerhouses in terms of players. Oh yeah, for sure. There's some guys there who have hundreds of games logged. It's insane. Hundreds and hundreds. Or there's even one or two that have over 1,000 games logged, right? Yeah, that's a lot of gaming. Tired, eh? I hope it's a good night for you there, Tim. Oh, nice. We eliminated whatever that was. We're just out of RPG range, so that's good. We have 4 units that are isolated. We'll have to go find those at 1712. Oh, I'm going to show you a trick since that popped up. 4 out of 5 units have recovered morale. We have 2 headquarters unable to provide supply, 3 units low on ammo, and we did clear some blocks and mines. Finding a good play-by-email opponent is always hard. Yeah, it is, for sure. Also, if you go on to our Discord, I don't have a link for that, but there's a campaign series Discord. There's a find opponent there. Plus, I always play too, so if you're looking for an opponent, just shoot me an email, and I'm always happy to give it a go. Tim is kicking my rear in Objective Kharkov. It's a fun defensive battle, though. There's lots of things to think about as the Russians, like how to run away. Run away! Okay. I don't think we can get in there, but we can occupy this. Oh, no, I can't. Why can't I? Oh, sneaky. There's a river there. So I can't cross there. Where's the bridge? Let's turn on our highlights. There's a bridge here. So we have to go this way. We have to go to the northeast and then south. Oh, gross. That sucks. Let's draw some fire. Maybe we can get lucky to just occupy that. What do we got? We have a machine gun and infantry. Let's hit the machine gun first. Eliminated it. Perfect. Now, I don't know if we did any disruptions. Let's move these guys into this hex. Do some firing. Ah, you're too kind, Tim. Way too kind. Aha! Perfect. Oh, we got disrupted because there was a hidden unit there I didn't see after we assaulted it. Oh, sneaky buggers. Let's see. Take these guys out if we can. They have a leader, so that'll be a challenge. I'm still about 14 turns shy in my Hell's Highway scenario before I start sharing those turns. It'll be oh, look at that. Perfect. It will be interesting to see how that pans out. I mentioned before there, Tim, before you came, that I've had to basically abandon Arnhem because my human opponent is literally wiping me out. So I need to set up a defense and wait for my reinforcements, but those reinforcements are still a good... The ones that are coming by air are like 10 turns away. And then the ones... I have the elements of 30th Corps just passing through, like the reconnaissance elements, the ones that are quick, just passing through 30th Corps, or through Nijmegen. I do have some Fireflies heading up there. I also have some Fireflies heading to the southeast of Nijmegen, because I've run into some tanks down there, so I need to go deal with those, and plus hopefully stall that offensive that's coming up on my flank. Man, my opponent is doing very well. But I haven't cried yet, so that's good. Unlike Kharkov. Oh, it's brutal. Such a hard battle. Oh, and I picked our next scenario there. I picked our next scenario. Now the question is, do you want to be German or do you want to be Russian? Best. I'm doing a ring right now, and just my tanks have literally just arrived on the scene. I'm attacking from the east and the south. I have a good screen. There's a pocket that I need to clear out first, but I have a whack load of Americans and Brits there. We're going to be starting pushing relatively quickly. The flank right or left? Flank the south, so that'd be flank right. My left, sorry. My left, his right. The northern flank, up to the river there, it's clear so far. He hasn't gone up there. He did send 2 engineer troops, but they're wiped out. I took them out. Or I will take them out this coming turn. And that'll clear probably 2 companies of Brits to go around that flank as well on the north side of Best, to get it, at least hopefully block off that road so I can see where the reinforcements are coming from. I don't know exactly where, but I think they're coming directly west of Best, I think, for the Nijmegen scenario, for Hell's Highway. I have a bit more than 200 games logged on the Blitz ladder. My opponent in the tournament has 335, but a friend of mine, 8, has... Holy sugar, are you serious? He has 1,990 games logged at the Blitz on the Campaign Series ladder. That is mental. So I'm going to occupy that. These guys are out in the open, but they're not damaged enough where I can overrun them. So I'm going to give them another shot. Seriously? Yeah, no, I don't want to risk running them over. Oh, I can't anyways. Oh, I can't cross there. Really? There's an escarpment, so I have to send these guys north. Ah, that's so annoying. Yeah, no kidding. That is the love of the game. It is. It's my favorite game. It really is. And those that know me know I don't have very many favorites. There we go. Overran the missiles. That makes me happy. Now we do have to worry about this. That is not cool. Here, let me just take a quick breather. So, Tim, we are going to play something that nobody else has seen. Obviously, East Front. Where is it? This one. Battle of Encirclement. I'm just going to have it both so we can both see what's going on. It's a big game. It's 100 turns, but this is a very large scenario. So basically what's happened is that here's the Russians, and they are defending the approaches to Roslavel, but there are many, 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 many Germans coming, including this is a new scenario that nobody has seen. Well, it's an old scenario for me, but a new one because no one has seen it yet. And I'm going to play test it with Tim. It's an East Front scenario. It takes place during 1941 as part of Guderian's push towards Kiev. This is one of the stops. This is Roslavel that needed to be conquered on its way. And as the title suggests, this is a battle of encirclement. There are some infantry. It's both infantry heavy, but I believe that the Germans also have the 3rd and 4th Panzer divisions incorporated into this scenario. What it is that basically the Germans are trickling onto the map, and the Russians have to slow them down and not get encircled. But it's 100 turns, so there's lots of time for action to happen. But it's a massive scenario. This is a huge, huge scenario. Yeah, it's a city, but it's a small city. Super small. The most important part is not the city itself, it's encircling the city. Of course, there's points here if you can get to it, but yeah. You want to encircle the Russians. It'll be a fun scenario. A hard scenario, but a fun one. So, whoever the German player is, they have their work cut out for them, because the Russians are all pretty well good and full strength, plus they have a little bit of reinforcements. Basically, though, whatever on the map for the Russians is what they have. And as you can see, it's a huge map. It is 380 by 280 in size. So yeah, there we go. Exciting times. We're going to overrun that leader. Oh, we're going to turn off that music. Fingers crossed. Ah, I can't assault because there's a river there. Son of a... I almost feel bad. Almost feel bad for these commandos. They're getting butchered. It is a monster. Totally. Oh, I can't see across through there. It'll be a doozy. Oh, we'll leave it to John. Hey, John, what in that scenario? What side should I play? Your choice. Oh, we got reduced. Operation Uranus is a monster. Yeah, that is a monster for sure. That's such a big scenario. You're totally right, John. So that is something that needs to be fixed. The missiles firing at the infantry. Oh no! Oh, we got lucky. Be bold, Jason. Take the Germans and whip some fanny. Alright, I'll take the Germans. That'll be terrifying. You can't download it. I'll have to send you the files. What the heck? Where'd you go? Nobody can fire. This guy can fire. Oh, that was fancy. Mechanized support. That makes me happy. Alright, so this is going very well. We're reducing. Let's bombard these guys with our mortars because we can. Save the Rodina, right? Okay, that's done. That's done. This is done for now. I think we have cleaned up this. Yes. All right. Let's call in our artillery. Alright, bada boom. Save and let's go. Oh, we got reduced. Whatever happened to Yelna held by any other name? Looking for an opponent for that one. I'm your man. Oh yeah, that is one that I need to rebuild because it got broken. And I don't know how to fix it. Except for rebuild it. So I'm going to rebuild that one for the new version of the game. For World War II 1.0. But that, there's never been a bigger scenario that I've seen. Except for that one. That's a monster of a scenario. That has multiple armies for both sides. And it's a massive area. I think the map file still works. I can try and load the map file, but the scenario file doesn't work anymore. Yeah, totally. I really want to play that one. But it needs to be rebuilt. Oh, we did take a hit on that guy. Perfect. I'll show you the size of the map when this is done. 4 units of recovered morale. We have 1 headquarter unable to provide supply, 2 artillery units unavailable, 7 units low on ammo. Too bad we can't get more than 1 body building a scenario, or can we somehow? No, I don't think we can. Let's go do it this way. It'll be faster. Do I have it in here? I'm curious. Ah, yes. So this is the hell by any other name map. So you'll see, just FYI, this here is Smolensk. This is Smolensk. This is Roslavel, the scenario. So the scenario that I just mentioned before basically takes this area here. Yelna is here. Now, if you're familiar with the Smolensk campaign, there was massive fighting in this whole entire area, and there's multiple German corps. There's armies on this side. There's massive armies on the Russians, and they get reinforcements. There's 16th Army, there's 19th Army, there's 21st Army, there's 24th Army, blah, blah, blah. There's massive amounts of armies for this map. But I need to rebuild it because, as I mentioned, it broke between the old version and new version, and I can't get it to run. So unfortunately, this needs to be rebuilt. But this is a monster map. We can take a look at Smolensk here. You can see Smolensk in all of its glory. Now keep in mind, these are still, even though this is the new game, we don't have the graphics yet for that, so hopefully that'll be coming soon. But we do have the 2D graphics. And then Yelna. Traditionally, this area here was heavily defended by, as you can see, a whole bunch of anti-tank ditches, and the hills around in the scenario, they were all bunkers and trenches because the civilians in this area had just absolutely entrenched this whole entire area. So massive, terrible fighting was done in this sector here of Yelna. And down here we have Roslavel, as you saw in the previous map. So yeah, this map is the master map for that map that we just saw, basically down here. I'll show you the other side, which is this is Orsha and Mogilev. So if, as you can see, I'm in the middle of rebuilding this. Not necessarily rebuilding it, but re-adding contours. And I've gotten this far so far. You can tell the color break. That's where the difference is. I need to go in and fix these contours to be more accurate. I do have a master map that is far more accurate than the one that I originally did before. World War II battles are huge. Absolutely, Joe. Absolutely. But they're awesome. But anyways, we have Mogilev here. Again, there was a major crossing point that that Guderian had done somewhere in here. I think it was at Shlov, or was it further north at Kyops? I don't remember. Anyways, in here, he crossed. And it turned into a breakthrough, basically all the way to Smolensk, which is up over here. I'd like to be able to merge those two maps together into one, but it's going to take a lot of work. And the other significant master map that I have been working on, these ones up here are, or this one here is from Petri, and this one here is a work in progress. But this here is the master map for Odessa. This is a beautiful map. This would be another prime candidate for a weekend type scenario or larger campaign type scenario, because it is huge and there is much to see and play with in this area. So this is very famous for Romanian fighting against the Russians. They basically surrounded this city and eventually whittled it down, although the Russians were very capable of withdrawing by sea. Actually, I do have a small scenario which Tim was nice enough to point out that is included in the regular East Front game, and it's called The Fall of a Hero City. This was designated a hero city after its fall. So yeah, fascinating stuff. Massive scenario, lots of good times, lots of interesting things. And just as a random thing, where is it? I'm trying to find it. It's around here somewhere. I don't remember exactly where it is, but my grandfather on the German side came from this area, somewhere in here. Yeah, anyways, good times. Let's see. What were we doing? So much to do, so little time. There is another scenario that I would like to build on that scale. It's 1944, just when the Soviets were getting ready to cross the Vistula River in 1944. Talk about some crazy combat and matchups between the Soviets and Germans. Yeah, for sure. And there's another large army group north in 44 in Estonia. Was it Estonia or Latvia or Lithuania? Somewhere in there. Anyways, there's a huge pocket that I would like to do. That's a fascinating little scenario that I think would be very interesting, with so many different group types and trying to get units out and defending lines as you're being slowly shrunk in. I think that's kind of appealing and fascinating. Golan Park. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. The Golan Park. Yeah, I think you're right. I guess we have to go chase that guy now. That's annoying. Oh. A tow isn't going to do it. Well, we do have a machine gun here. Oh, can't see. East Front is, yeah, I agree, John. There's so many interesting fights on the East Front. Heck, if all I did was the East Front, I'd be okay with that, because there's so much to do, so many intriguing battles. Oh, they're running anyways. Okay, here, we need to cross the bridge. Oh, it's just a missile. We should be able to overrun that. Perfect. And that's a headquarter. We should be able to overrun that. And that's an SA-7. Oh, we got disrupted. Son of a... Oh, we got it. There we go. Me too. So what kind of Cold War things would you like to see there, Joe? Just out of curiosity. So I know for when I'm building the scenarios, what kind of stuff are you interested in? Oh, that was a good hit. Ah, crap, there's a frickin' block there. Okay. We're happily engaging these guys. Now down here, let's see if we can clean this up. I believe the East Front would have turned out way different than it did if Hitler and his generals gave his generals a free hand. Oh yeah, that's true. Nice. Numbers longer, same result. Yeah, that's the real question. Do you just stop at Poland? That was silly. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, we reduced them significantly. Perfect. And overran them. So because we assaulted with... Oh, really? And we took a morale hit. That sucks. Let's slow time. Out onto the road. Ah, there we go. Sneaky buggers. This is well defended. Is there any type of battle that you'd be interested in seeing for Cold War, Joe? Fulda Gap. Yeah, I'll probably do Fulda Gap for the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. I'll probably do a North German plane scenario, probably for the same for the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. And then I'll do some kind of historical what ifs where things went, could have gone further over the edge, kind of a thing, but to a relatively kind of historical script, I guess. Exactly. For example, if the Berlin airlift was shut off, what would have been the response for that? There were contingency plans for that, so I'm thinking about potentially recreating one of those contingency plans, and where one bad thing happens and it sets off maybe a small localized battle or whatever. Because it's a long way to travel by road from West Germany to Berlin. Fingers crossed. Oh, we got lucky. Oh my goodness, we got hit hard there. Blasted machine gun. Lost the squad. One unit has recovered morale out of 3. 7 units low on ammo. Ah, crap. That is the key. So I don't know if you saw in the beginning, John. I showed. Well, here I'll show you again. So there are, for example, where are they? Some of the Scud weapons here. They're armed. Some are armed with nukes. Some are armed with chemical weapons. Some are typically just the HE like we're used to. So I developed some attack strengths for those. But the key will be how to represent them on a map. And that's obviously that isn't coded yet. Logically so. So that is something that's going to have to be dealt with. But one thing that you can think about is that, for example, the B-52s right now in the game, if you ever use them, when they fly in, they will attack this hex and all the surrounding hexes. So up to half a ton or half a kilogram, 500 kilogram warhead. This is a typical blast radius for having a bad day in a nuclear exchange. So I'm kind of thinking that if it is, there has to be classes for the tactical nukes depending on the warhead size. But for example, a typical tactical one, especially early in the war, or in the 50s and 60s, they wouldn't be much bigger than this for utter destruction or having a very bad day, essentially, in these 6 hexes. So if there is a way to somehow have it so the artillery can disperse along all these 7 hexes, like the B-52 does, then there's potential for that. The same with there are some airplanes that have a nuclear payload. They would kind of do the same thing. But the whole point is that in some cases, there has to be one different... Yeah, exactly, 5 kilo. So that's way bigger than what we would play on the map. Way bigger. That's out of our scope. Totally out of our scope. You want to play those type of weapons, you go play a strategic game. That's not what this is. It's tactical. So, that being said, one of those things that you need to think about from the game design point of view is what happens to these hexes after. You know, obviously there's going to be mass destruction there, there's going to be radiation. How is that dealt with on the map throughout the scenario? All these little things. Obviously, my focus on the scenarios is going to be mostly conventional, because that's interesting. I don't find taking a particular Frog 7 and throwing a nuke somewhere, all that, yeah, exactly, wind drift, all that shit that you have to think about when doing scenario design over the course of this time. Like, yeah, so there's a lot of things regarding that I'm not keen on, that I need to figure out or come up with some sort of formula, and if it's even going to work at the scale that we have chosen to do everything at. So yeah, we'll have to figure out. So again, most of the nuclear capabilities in the 50s and 60s were significantly smaller. On a tactical scale, you're looking at, you know, a 500 kilogram, not kiloton weapon kind of a thing, right? So it's significantly smaller explosions, significantly less damage. You know, typically a 1 kiloton would be effective up to 300 meters or 400 meters for blast damage, and then larger for shock damage, larger for radiation, but still within 7 hexes kind of a thing, all within 500 meters ish ballpark. That being said, the after effects is something and the same with the chemical weapons. How does the chemical weapon work? Obviously it's going to land, and that's something that has to be done, especially if you're going to be building Iran-Iraq war scenarios. Chemical weapons were common use, unfortunately, on that front. So how is that going to work? Now, I know that there was a World War I mod that had chemical weapons in it, but I don't know how it worked. I never used that mod, so I don't know if there was something done in the engine, or if it's already in the engine, it's just hard-coded out right now. I don't know. Little things like that need to be sorted out and figured out. But yeah, my focus for the scenarios for Cold War that I'm going to be building are going to be mostly conventional. You're scrapping it out conventionally. But the toys are there if you want to build your own stuff. Well, we reduced it by quite a bit. There we go. I think it's too far away to be really bad anyways. No, you don't need that. Not for Columbus. Yay, we finally got rid of it. Alright, perfect. Let's go north. Yeah, I don't know how they did it in the engine. So I'm thinking that the capabilities must be there if it was already done. I just don't know what or how it was done. That is something that needs to be looked into. We have the high ground, so we get a 10% bonus at least. Nice. Got rid of it. Perfect. Oh, they're not happy. Oh no! Crap, we lost 2. Where the heck did that come from? Son of a... I can't believe that. That was so annoying. Okay, let's go chasing these guys. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh no! So that's a level 2 leader. We definitely want to go grab that guy. Oh, crap. Okay, secure that flank. Perfect. That's all clear. Perfect. Let's just double check. Clear, clear, clear. And not clear. Oh, I think I have to go this way. Ooh, that was a good hit. And then I can occupy this. Oh, I didn't see there was something back there. Oh, shoot. So there's something there, there's something there. There's something there for sure. I'm kind of confused. This is 30 turns long, but we've mostly done everything in, you know, a third of the time. So I'm wondering, is there stuff coming or what's going on here? I don't understand. I'm curious because I don't get it. get reinforcements? No? Ah, we got hit again. What does the score look like? That's a good question. No effect. Ah, we lost the APC. Whew, we got lucky. No effect. Alright, we have 6 out of 6 units that have recovered morale, which is perfect. 2 headquarters unable to provide supply, 1 artillery unit unavailable, 9 units low on ammo, and we did clear a block or a mine. Let's take a look at the score. Sit rep. So this is a new screen that you're going to see in 1.4 and 2.4 in January. This gives you an overview of your losses as well as their losses. Looks like we've taken out quite a bunch of their stuff. Not all their artillery though, because we've only taken out 33% of it. Strength report. We've lost quite a few strength points here, but that's okay, not that bad. And mission status. Oh, we have a major victory, so that's good. Side B has taken basically 3 times more losses than we have, so that's okay. Let's just go back down here. Those losses are normal. Yeah, for sure. 100%. And plus they're defending, so they're going to die. It's not like they have any tactical choices to make. They're just sitting and dying. So obviously I'm going to wipe most of them out. Which is okay. Oh, what the heck? Oh, there's a river there. Ah, shoot. Okay, so there's bad guys in here still that I need to clean out. Our engineers, they're doing something. So that's good. We'll utilize our mortars wherever they went. And we'll push through there. Oh, we killed everything there, so that's good. I guess I shouldn't have plotted my artillery there. That was silly. Oh, I thought I could get up there. I tried. Oh, sneaky bugger. So hopefully that's took enough casualties that we can assault it now and overrun it. That'd be ideal. Nice. Perfect. I think that's a major river, so we can't cross that. We actually have to come to this side of the river to deal with that. I know there's bad guys up there. I don't know where they are, though. Disperse our vehicles here to protect this. We'll go clean up that, just like magic. And the turn. Oh, there's more stuff down here in these swamps or whatever this is. Infantry, missile launchers, headquarters. Ah, we got reduced. Fire truck. We need to take out that missile launcher. Ah, another reduction. Freaking machine gun. There it is. Can we fire back? No, we can't see him. Two out of 3 units have recovered morale. We have 1 artillery unit unavailable, 8 units low on ammo, and we did clear a block. Perfect. Or a minefield. Oh, that was a good hit. We reduced the mortar. Didn't kill it though. Ah, crap, they ran away. Ah, roadblocks. Oh, there's still that missile over there. Missile launcher. It's probably an AT-4 too, I think. So we can't see it. No joy. Oh, come on. We killed the leader, but we did take some losses. We should be able to get him next time, though. go and hunt down this missile launcher. Okay, they're almost isolated, but not totally. That's all clear, which is nice. That we're almost done. And then down here. So there are infantry up here, so let's send a couple of platoons up there. Ah, we got hit. Got rid of the headquarters. There's still something in here that I can't see. I think it works, but at a reduced level. Oh no! There was a frickin' infantry platoon in there that I didn't see, so we got disrupted. Let's bring these guys up to help out. That should be enough to deal with that. Our engineer is clearing this road very nicely. Alright, that's that. And the turret, let's see what happens. Oh, it's another infantry platoon. Oh, another loss. Fire truck. No effect. No effect. 4 units out of 5 have recovered morale. We have 6 headquarters unable to provide supply, 10 units low on ammo, and we did clear some blocks and mines. Perfect. Nothing. Well, a retreat, but no reduction. Oh, that was a double unknown effect. That's a good thing. Alright, so we need to advance. Get shot at. Oh, where are they? There they are. Ah, we got it. Nice. you know what? This guy has been successful both shots. So we'll try to assault with our very understrength platoons here. Nice! Victory! Victory is ours. Oh, I can't see. There we go. Now we just have this platoon down here to deal with. Oh, they ran away. Our engineers have cleared that now. Send them back this way. Take out that. Hey, thanks for tuning in there, John. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. Oh, there we go. We got him. Okay, so that's all clean. This is all clean, I think. Yes. That's all done. This is all done. It's just this two little things here that we need to worry about now. Oh, buggers. There's two machine guns in there. Oh, that's the mortars. Crap. Really? Look at that. Full strength. Oh, and I missed. Ah, take some of that. Excellent. All right, let's try to assault. Perfect. And I think that's pretty much good to go. We'll just end the turn. There's nothing else down here. I think we're done. Oh no, there was. Oh no, I think we got it. Yeah, we got it. Yep, that's all done. Nothing else there. This is annoying. Damn it. Really? Oh, son of a... Alright, this. There we go. Got rid of the missiles. Oh. All right. Almost done. Shooting at my full half-tower M113, which makes sense. Come on, you son of a... Ah, got him. That makes things a little easier. There we go. Done. I think we cleaned up all that we needed to. Let's just zoom out. Yeah. So let's end it. Bada boom. Yeah, so now it's just done. So we finished this scenario. So that was way easier than I anticipated. So I won't bother going through all the turns. And look at that, we're at 2 hours. So yeah, thanks for that. That's fantastic. I hope you enjoyed the last bit of this little scenario. It turned out to be a little bit easier than I anticipated. But we'll give another one a try and see how it goes. Thanks for tuning in there, Natkinway. I really appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, Tim. I also appreciate it. Thanks to Infantryman as well for sticking around. I will be sticking around after the stream, the recorded portion as usual, while we do the Camtasia. But for those that have tuned in on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, especially if you've made it this far. Do let me know if you have any questions or comments. I do answer all the comments regardless of how old the video is, so feel free. And if you want more detailed conversation, there is a Discord in the link before or down below. It should be up to date. If it isn't, let me know. I will revise it. And yeah, thank you so much for your support. I really, really appreciate it. On that note, take care, smile always, and talk to you soon.